Hey, what do you know? I just saw the worst piece of crap live action movie I've ever seen in my life since Jack and Jill and Ron Missy. Home Alone on 6. Home Sweet Home Alone. Ugh. I am not kidding with you folks. This is probably the worst movie to be released on Disney Plus since Artemis Fowl. Oh, and this is, like I just said, this is not only the worst Christmas movie I've ever seen, this is the worst live action movie I've ever seen since Jack and Jill and The Wrong Missy. It's worse than those two films, surprisingly. Wait, oh my god. Uh, honestly, before I talk about this film, I gotta talk about what I thought about the other ones. Once, with the exception of just one. But, the first Home Alone movie, we obviously know it's a classic. It's a good film. Oh, a great story, great characters, some fun comedy. Wait, and a lot of really good hot film moments as well. Macaulay Culkin is great. Wait, the thieves are great. I do really enjoy the first one. Second movie, I'm probably one of the few people that liked it better than the first. I personally love Home Alone 2 better. Or I thought the jokes were funnier. I thought the traps were more fun. I love Marv in the movie. Daniel Stern cracks me up all throughout the entire film. Tim Curry is a brilliant actor, and he is awesome in that movie. So I really like the second one even more. Third one, that used to be the worst until this pile of crap came out. Um, it had very little to do with the original, and it had less jokes that were funny. Like all the jokes, a lot of the jokes were really unfunny. Like it just really sucked. Fourth film, not as bad as the third film, but it was still pretty bad. But I did kind of like our friend Stewart as Marv in this movie, but I really wish they got on Daniel Stern. That would have been fine. And even though it stars the McAllisters, it friggin' or what do you call it? It has none of the original actors, even though if it's with the McAllisters. Well, and if you know what I mean, just take a look at that film and you'll realize what's wrong with it. Well, it still sucks, but it's not as bad as the third film. Holiday Heist, never saw it, and I'm sure it's crappy. Now this one, and like I said, worst out of all of them, and I already just said it out loud. Or the story, is it really doesn't know what it's is a complete disaster. The story in this film is a complete disaster. All it is just it's a kid. It's just the same story, but with a British kid, and basically what do you call it? Wants to celebrate Christmas home alone, and his family go fly off to a friggin' what off to what do you call it, Tokyo. Oh, and then while that's going on, there's a different family and a real estate agent played by Kenan Thompson. Why? Oh yeah, I love Kenan Thompson. He's a funny guy, but in this movie, why? Oh yeah, if you want to see Kenan Thompson at his best, watch him in friggin' all that, or even the Fat Albert movie. He was great. Oh, but oh god, um, there's a father character played by Rob Delaney from the Tom and Jerry movie, which is a movie I really liked. Oh yeah, that was a pretty funny movie. And his wife, if they find out that they have to sell their house because the father recently, or he lost the job or whatever, and never told his kids. And then he finds out that there's a doll, or whatever, that was worth over $200,000 or whatever. But that's all I'm gonna say about the story because it's so dumb. And it's completely disastrous and totally a huge mess. Like, I cannot believe how ungodly, unbearably, and horrendously beyond awful this movie really was. This movie truly fails to realize what made the first two films such a classic. And I know that the second film is more of a retread of the first film. It's just a rehash. Like it's just on the same story. But I personally didn't mind it because I thought it was better. It just fails to capture the magic of what made Home Alone so special. Oh, it lacks the charm, it lacks the heart, it lacks the great comedy, and it lacks the characters. Was even the story as well. Everything from the script, the writing, the directing, And the comedy is beyond it's extremely beyond disastrous. It is so loud, so incredibly boring. It felt like 2 hours or 3 hours long. I know it was supposed to be an hour and a half long, but I just don't give a crap. I was completely bored by it. This is like if I thought Space Jam: A New Legacy didn't have, or it was an awful movie, which I still love, which I still do not think Space Jam: A New Legacy is a bad film. I still think it's even better than the original, even if I love the original. Oh, but trust me, folks, if you guys think Space Jam: A New Legacy is the worst thing of the year, check this goddamn movie out. It is so beyond god awful, only horrendous. Like, worse than Jack and Jill and Wrong Missy, and what I probably say this is probably my second or third or second worst movie. It's almost as bad as the Emoji Movie. Wait, man, I can't even explain how god awful this movie was. I'll give a teeny bit of credit, but it still sucks. They got buzz from the first Home Alone movie. Yeah, spoiler alert. You saw it from the trailer. Or he's the only McAllister in this movie that makes an appearance, which I thought, and the same actor was the same that did play the character, and I thought that was actually kind of cool. Well, and when the jokes that he made are so not funny. And by God, is it not funny? I could not believe how so loud, so completely annoying this movie was. It's just so unbearable. If you see the jokes in this movie and you see the loudness and the obnoxiousness and the annoyances of this film, heed my warning. If you watch the film, be prepared to go screaming in your pillow. I screamed in my pillow more than probably even louder than the Wrong Missy, because that was the last time I officially screamed so loud in a pillow, all while watching this damn movie. Skip this piece of crap of a movie and just just don't watch it. Or if you like the first two Home Alone movies, or to just ignore the third on fourth and fifth one, just ignore this one. But if you just want to see how bad it is, like I said, heed my warning. You will be annoyed. You will freaking scream in your pillow. So thank God I watched the Jungle Cruise movie, because I needed to watch a good movie after that. Spoiler alert for that one. And we'll get to that soon. And we'll get to that very soon. Oh, and I just need to think about what I need to say. And so most definitely worse than the SpongeBob movie, Sponge on the Run. At least with that film, despite that film's problems, at least it still had some things I like. I like a few jokes that worked. Some of the cameos were pretty cool, and the animation was really neat. Well, actually, I dare say it's actually really great. But it was just a downright mediocre flick. Boy, and I thought the new Clifford movie was gonna be the worst thing of the year. Well, even though I haven't seen it yet, this turned out to be even worse than I ever thought. So that's it. What I have to say. If you like what you see, click like on the video. Comment below if you've seen the movie, and just follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and I'm the Bostonian Critic. And I will see you later on. Take care.